Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. Over there is Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today it's time to get back to Attack on Titan. This is episode 70, The Deceiver, and that could mean a lot of things given where we are so far. No predictions out of me. I just want to see where we go.
Yeah, that is quite the title for an amazing show, so I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to see who the Deceiver is.
Who's not the Deceiver?
Yeah, that's right.
Who's not? Could be anyone.
Yeah,
Could even be you.
It could be you. I'm just excited to see what we're gonna get. Let's go!
Gabi! おい、どうしたんだ?
どうした?何があった?
No.
ジョーちゃん、大丈夫か?
I was going to say,
Oh,
she is
worked it.
not.
She deceived them.
With a brick.
Oh!
Oh my god!
Oh. Oh. Oh.
ここから逃げてどうするってんだよ.
Okay, it's a rough start.
あの人はお前を心配してたぞ.
マジかも
Oh
信
my
じられない
god.
誰も
How does Gabby even live after this?
Yeah.
Is my question.
Took out a dude with a brick and a pillowcase.
Well, she keeps taking out people. They're gonna have like no choice almost.
ガビとファルコの声が聞こえた。どこだ?
Well, they're a ways away.
Well, Reiner, funny you ask. Wonder if folks, are we gonna get any more music changes? I'm curious.
Oh, maybe the final episode.
Well, because I know they said
Final boss.
The last one.
Well, I know they said, well, and it says they're on Crunchyroll too, that it's part 1, part 2. Mm-hmm. So I'm just curious.
Well, I can't imagine for the final episode of this epic series, it's just like a 25-minute episode. I mean, there's got to be a whole
It did show
story.
like an hour and like an hour 20 for the
Yeah.
last two.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want. I mean, imagine like your favorite TV show, and for the final one, they hit you with different music. You'd be like,
Yeah,
whoa, what? What are you doing? We grew to love this.
Yeah.
Unless you didn't love it, in which case, maybe they go back to the same music for the very first one.
Oh, for the first one, that'd be amazing.
And Mason Quinn can go roar.
Roar, is that what I do?
The sound effects included.
Oh, he used to get hyped for it.
Oh,
かなり遠くまで逃げたよな。その腕章を外せよ。目立つから。
普通の住民に意味はわからないでしょ。
軍人が見ればわかるだろう。
こんな偏僻な田舎に軍人は歩いてないから。
She is so stubborn.
マーレに帰れる手がかりも何もないのに。
捕まって死ぬまでにジークを見つけて問いただしたいだ。
well, that's not my fate.
別についてこなくていいから。
じゃあこれ捨てといてやるから。
God, Gabby's. I'm sorry, folks, but she's starting to get really annoying.
ついてきたの。あんたまで死ぬことないのに。何してるの？君たちどこから来たの？
Well, there's a prison over there.
私たち家が嫌でやっと逃げてこれ。
Come on.
Oh, all right, just relax.
近くに私の家があるからついてきて。
Oh, wait, the homestead.
あの馬は逃走に使える。
Oh,
何言ってんだよ。
私は悪魔と一緒に食事なんてできない。
wow.
入ってきて。
あ、はい。俺が全部話すから。余計なこと言うなよ。
君たちか。家出したんは。
僕たちは兄弟で。ベンとミヤです。僕たちにできることがあれば何でもします。ここに止めてください。
You're yelling at me.
そげん子供が頭を下げるもんやない。何日でもおったらいいって。
それ食べたら横になっていいけんね。ごめんね。辛いことがあったんやろうに。
妹がすみません。うまい。美味しいな。
He's laying
Yeah,
it on
that,
pretty thick.
ほら、ミヤも食えって。
I mean, I know when I say she's. I know what I said, but I understand where she's coming from too, but she just needs to take like a moment. She's not even giving herself a moment to like.
Yeah, she's not even thinking. She's just reacting to
Yeah.
everything.
Hot meal might change that a little.
エルディア国の勇敢さを称える声に溢れております。
世界一危険な島へようこそ。すると、あちらが例の観測機でしょうか。
氷瀑石を燃料に用いて実現した。
Flying boat.
なんさ、説明してくれ。志願しなっから全住民強制退去命令だって。
あなたは、情報は納税者に委ねられるとおっしゃっていましたが。
状況が変わったんだよ。壁が開かれ世界とつながり。
辛い立場なのはわかるよ。ハンジさん、だから目を見て言ってくれ。信じていいって。
Yeah, she asked a lot of them.
全てはエルディア国民。みんなのためだ。
Good to see he's still around.
Yeah.
エレンの情報を渡したのは君たちか。なんでそんなことを？
エレンを解放すべきだからです。神聖エルディア帝国国民全員の命を救いました。
その地ならしが期待通りに機能して人から聞いた話に過ぎない。
No guarantees in anything.
このまま無意に時間を消費する余裕が我々にあるのでしょうか。先の大勝利が無駄に終わります。今すぐ彼を解放してください。
私はジークの作戦を完遂するとの決断を下した。全ては私の責任だ。だからこれ以上勝手な真似は許されない。
Yeah, these dudes are kind of screwed.
外に漏らした罪で裁かれる。この4人を懲罰房へ。
壁中人類の勝利のためなら本望です。
This is going to get interesting because now it's like within.
Yeah.
誰かがすぐに代わりを演じ始める。
Oh.
疲れた。
私はあなたに命を救われたあの日から巨人を人の力でねじ伏せたあなたを見て、力がなければ何も守れないと。私たちは理不尽な暴力と戦っていいのだと。ミカサさんが調査兵団に入った理由は何ですか？イエガーさんのためなら彼の自由。私から言えることは一つ。口を閉じてなさい。
Trying to help you out,
Pretty
kid.
solid advice when somebody's behind bars. Keep your mouth shut.
Yep, you'll only be there longer, she said.
Oh, look at that.
Ah, we haven't seen that in a long time. Oh.
Oh, she's going back to
Yeah, we
memories of
back
her
to the
childhood.
cabin. Yeah.
What?
なんでこんなことに。
果術の訓練なんてなかったし、こんな田舎にいても何の情報も得られない。
And the sticks.
Yeah, maybe you will.
ここでおとなしく助けを待つんだよ。兄貴やライナーさんたちが助けに来る。
っていうか何ミヤって。
二人とも、お昼にしよう。仕事を覚えるのが早いね。
ここで働いている人はみんな若いんですね。
ここにいる人は孤児だからね。ここは4年前に親を失っている子供たちの集まりなの。
罪を受け入れてないようですね。この島の民が世界に対して。
What is she doing?
Oh, wow.
それはみんなが親を亡くしたことと関係があるの。
逃れられる罪の重さではありませ
Creeping
ん。
us out, lady.
君たちは
knows.
マーレから来たんでしょ？
じゃあ最初からか。なんで言ってくれないんですか。もう
What's she doing with that pitchfork?
クマが正体を表した。
Jesus.
クマがこんな親切なはずない。
おいバカかお前。
おーい、ミヤがお兄ちゃん取られるって。
危ないからその道具で遊ぶなよ。
どうして。
Covered for him.
ここ、私が住んでた村。
Oh, I'm gonna give him a little back history here.
その巨人を見て村の人はみんな逃げた。あそこでお母さんが食べられる音を聞いて、
Yeah, we saw that story.
声が出なくなるまで叫んだからだと思う。私たちは悪魔の民族だって言ってるんでしょ。お母さんは一体何をしたの？
何千年も世界中の人々を虐殺したからでしょ。
でもお母さんはこの辺で生まれ育ったから、100年前、あなたたちの先祖が犯した罪を。
Oh, jeez.
Well,
So
you know,
everybody's got to carry that?
今生きている私たちは一体何の罪を犯
There
してい
you
る？
go.
There you go.
私のお母さんが殺されたのは4年前だから。
虐殺したから。お母さんは誰も殺してない。ちゃんと答えて。
なんで
でお母さんがあんなに苦しんで殺
She
され
doesn't
た
have
の
an answer.
4年前のパラディ島侵攻の目的は、カヤさんのお母さんはそれに巻き込まれたんです。
ありがとうペン。教えてくれて。
カヤさんはその状況からどうやって助かったんですか？
今の私より少し年上ぐらいのお姉ちゃんが巨人から私を逃がしてくれ
Oh,
た。
that was her. Okay.
Yeah, we saw that story.
今度マーレの人が働いてるレストランに招かれてるの。マーレに帰る方法が見つかるかもしれない。どうして？私はお姉ちゃんみたいな人になりたいの。
It's been a minute since we've had like a normal ending and not a to be continued.
Yeah.
It feels
We
like.
haven't seen the to be continued yet.
Yeah.
So there's something coming.
粉々になったジークの体が部分的に見つかった。どれも両腕、両足のものだ。自らを亡き者と装ったのだ。パラディと適正力と手を組み、飛行船で逃げおせたと見ている。
ずっと一緒に戦ってたのに、裏切り者だったなんて。
今から半年以内に、パラディ島に世界連合軍
6 months?
世界連合軍の集結を待つ。
ジークもそう考えるでしょう。すぐさま攻勢に転じることはないと。策もなしにただ待っている人でもない。
Oh, they're gonna go for it.
パラディ島を奇襲すべきです。
Oh, that was cool.
Oh, there's your
Well,
What a way to end it.
that is going to be interesting. How is that going to even happen?
Well, my guess is it's not going to end well for a lot of innocent people who are going to be caught up in it, which is one of the main themes I think we got out of the whole story, where Gabby just is going on and on about, you know, things your ancestors did, things the people did, and, you know, she's just like, well, yeah, but what did I do if we were born here? What did my mom do to anybody? And just kept throwing that back in Gabby's face. And I just think it's a real, it's the main story, I think, of like, look, just because you're born somewhere, there's nothing you did about that. You happen to be born on a certain place of ground, on a certain part of the world, and you're going to let that determine who you become as a person. I found pretty interesting, you know, with those themes of, you know, of like, look, ancestry and all of that and prior generations, sure, that's one thing, but what did you actually do, and why should you be punished for something you couldn't control and had nothing to do with? So I found that whole story between the three young kids here real interesting, and I think that that's going to continue to kind of move the theme with them forward a little bit here as we get further into the episodes. Yeah, Gabby, like I said, I'd probably make the cut. She's almost just like completely working off of instinct and reaction. There's no thought process, there's no future plan, there's no, not even forget about thinking a few steps ahead. She's not even thinking one step ahead. It's just everything is pure reaction. So we'll see if she can start to come around a little bit. I thought for a moment there was a little bit of a breakthrough to her in the house, but I think it's going to take more than that for her to eventually come around to it. I don't think it's going to take 6 months because they're planning a surprise attack. So whatever's going to happen with those two is going to have to happen soon. So that will be very interesting. What's crazy is now our own teams, you know, are getting splintered from within. We're having separate groups within those teams who kind of have their own agenda or have the way they think things should be going. So it's, man, there's like no singular force uniting everyone. I mean, they have a goal, but everybody thinks that there's different ways it should be done, and we're seeing that within the groups. Some people are leaking information. Of course, you had the scene with Hanji and the taxpayers outside wanting to know why Eren is being put through what he is. So it's real fascinating, and it's not as clean cut as it used to be in previous episodes. The waters are getting very muddy, and I can't wait to see where it goes from here.
Yeah, with, you know, Gabby, she's just like, she seems like she's off her rocker. Like, she wasn't even going to trust this girl that was going to help them in the forest. Like, she immediately thought to pick up a rock to probably bash her head in. Like, we saw how she broke out of, you know, jail right away. She hid a brick inside a pillowcase. And so, like, it's going to be interesting to see. I think she's going to be stubborn, and it's going to take something like the girl saving her life for her to finally come around. Like here, they're in Diamond Dave's kind of scrolling through. They're in the stable, and the horse is having fun with her, and she's like, "What did I do to deserve this? This is the devil's work." Like she's so caught up in what she was taught, that this is an island of devils, that she thinks even the animals are like that.
Yeah, the programming.
And so this was the one form of levity in here, that the bucket lands on her head and she can't even laugh at it. She's asking, why is this happening to me? Well, I don't know. Maybe because you were so, tunnel vision that you didn't see what else is going on around you to enjoy life. Cause she's always been high strung like this. How many times did we see her laugh or joke around throughout this whole thing? And then even as soon as the attack happened from Eren, that's all she's wanted to do is get Eren, much like, Eren was at the beginning. So I'm wondering if they're going to go see the friend of Marley, and then they do that's from Marley, and then, Reiner and them come do a surprise attack and rescue them and bring them back to set us up for a big, huge battle. So I'm assuming that's where it's going to go. But the other thing is Mikasa with having the vision again of Eren saving her, because I think she knows at all costs she's going to save Eren no matter what and always be on Eren's side. And that has part to do with it, with him saving her life. And so that's why she made it a staple of her life to always protect Eren. So she keeps having these visions because I think she feels somewhat guilty of what they're kind of doing to Eren. And she, her and Levi are going to come head to head at some point too about the handling of Eren.
Yeah, well, real quick, the thing it shows too is Gabby's been indoctrinated with this type of belief since she was a child, or since she could remember. So I think it just shows how powerful that can be on young people when you indoctrinate them, how far she'll go and continue to believe, more so than if you have somebody who's 25 years old and you start telling them all this stuff.
Well, Gabby is a child.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But even they started telling her this when she was so young, that it's all she knows, and that's her whole world view is everything is based on that, versus somebody who maybe has had a chance to grow up a little bit before the info was given to them.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Mason Quinn used the word programming, and I think that's kind of what we see with Gabby. And they brought up all the past stuff, as far as when they were in that scene in the outside the barn when they went back to the one girl's hometown. I forget her name already. And she was talking about her mom getting eaten and stuff like that. And it was a really powerful scene when she's like, okay, well, that happened this many years ago. What happened now? What did we do? And it just shows and obviously this is a fictional world, but in a lot of places across the globe, whether it be now or 1,000 years ago, you have these ongoing battles that rage for, hundreds of years, and people forget why they're even battling, and they just do it because of that's what they do. I mean, we just finished up House of the Dragon not too long ago, and we saw that theme with the two families that Daemon was, Daemon was in the Riverlands trying to recruit forces, and you had these people that have been battling for hundreds of years, and you get a kid who's 12, 16, 20 years old. Yeah, we really don't know why. It's just what's going on. So that's kind of a powerful message. Gabby's just, I mean, it's hard to judge somebody when they've been through really traumatic stuff, but at the same time, it's gotta try to think critically in situations like this. But another episode that they're giving us plot, they're giving us story, not a lot of action, but not. I guess I'm so used to either a story-driven episode with these big reveals, or these informational cliffhangers, or action. And now lately we've had a handful where it's kind of it's moving the story forward, but we're just kind of waiting for something big to happen.
A lot of character development.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed this episode, because now we get a little more insight to Gabby. Now, I know I'm probably going to get hammered from some folks. Well, Dave, you said she's annoying, but look what she's gone through. I 100% understand that. What's annoying, I guess I should re-say, is how she, and I've said it, I don't know, it's probably made the cut, so hopefully it did, is she's not giving a moment to listen to Falco and just take it in, register it, then make her decision. It's just immediately kill everything and everyone. So that to me is getting annoying. But I think here at the end, slowly it's kind of, she's pumping the brakes a little bit, is what it seemed like. Now, of course, you already know the answer, but hopefully we will see some more growth in that area in future episodes. Because I don't see how, if Gabby keeps doing this, I mean, she already had the plan of, I'm coming in to get taken out.
Yeah.
Which
she just wants
I get
answers.
because that's, some of these soldier ways in here, right? Some come with that mindset in here. And I understand, like, and let me know if I'm wrong in saying this, but I understand with the whole King Fritz stuff that we just got introduced to, well, not just introduced to, but that have been talked about, especially early on in this season. So I'm kind of curious if that had a lot to do with it, or if it's just been more the soldier way for these folks of just the island devils, yada, yada, yada. So let me know if I'm saying that right, if King Fritz had a lot to do with that or not, because of the whole memory erasing and, just whatever he does there. The other part, Hanji, seems like to be the weight of everything is kind of taken on a little bit more, but she's still staying strong. She's just showing a little exhaustion probably from it, and having the folks kind of get involved, throwing it back at her, saying, hey, you said this. Did you change your mind now?
The very folks they needed to help them.
Yep. And, of course, things are going to change, when Hanji was not in this position versus the position she was before. Things definitely have changed from then to now. So I understand where Hanji's coming from, saying, hey, things, basically, she said, things change. We're trying to protect you with everything. And then, of course, the four, kind of leaking that info to the public. That'll be interesting, too, to see how that turns out, because they're going to get tried. I'm assuming it's not going to go well because they fully admitted, yeah, we did it, but we're doing it thinking that this is going to better our humanity. Yep. So, they're probably not wrong in thinking that, but I guess we'll find out. And then Mikasa having that flashback. I'm really curious about that flashback because that was, in my opinion, more around Eren. I just don't know how and why it was around Eren. Like, is she wanting to go talk to him, find him, which she already knows where he's at, but I don't know. I'm wondering if we're going to get more of that. If not, cool, but I just kind of want to know the meaning. So hopefully we get that answer.
Yeah, well, I'm still waiting for an explanation. And if I missed it, I would love to hear it in the comments, but we still haven't had an explanation of what Mikasa was able to do in the cabin when she was very young. It was almost like she blacked out, took out all the guys, and then came back with like that power where she pushed off and it actually broke the floorboards in the house.
Well, I think if I remember right, we either did get the answer or some folks were just saying that's part of the animation to get across whatever that they were doing. So, of course, they're going to let us know that, but I think we did get our answer. I just can't remember.
The insane level of strength and agility that she had was incredible. And then the other point that you brought up, Dave, with the folks who were being tried, it's interesting, isn't it? We have very long-term thinking with them willing to go to jail for the ultimate goal versus incredibly short-term thinking of Gabby, who's like, this person knows who I am. I got to take him out with a pitchfork in this field in front of everybody. Like the difference in the planning and how they're looking at things is really interesting. And, and we haven't seen much out of Eren, and none of us really talked about, is his plan with the rumbling going to work? I think it's going to work. I've got faith in Eren to be able to pull it off. What it's going to lead to, I don't know how ugly that's going to be, if that's going to eventually be our
like
goal.
They said, what, an episode or two ago? Millions? Like, I can't imagine it's going to be good.
Huge.
Well, right. And with Reiner wanting to attack now, not waiting 6 months, they're so underforced, I guess you'd say, underprepared, undermanned to go in and make this attack. I don't see how it's going to work. I mean, wouldn't they just have to have Armin sitting there waiting wherever they eventually decide to launch, and then, turns into the Colossal Titan? Well, that whole force is wiped out, so better luck next time.
Well, if they catch him off guard, in their thinking, right?
Yeah,
and they can probably do some decent damage, but...
I mean, we've got technology on the island now where they have airships, they have things like that where they could perhaps, have a little bit of forward warning, see them coming, that sort of thing. So this is going to be crazy if they decide to attack the island. I don't think they're ready. I think it'd be a devastating defeat, but who knows how the story could work out.
You never know, but we're definitely here for it, and we're looking forward to it just like you guys are. So for Diamond Dave, Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. I'm, of course, the answer. Catch you on the next one, pals.
その子はおさわり厳禁なんですけど。重大な情報が手に入るかもしれなくて、決してやましいことを考えていたわけじゃないんだよ。兄の重大な情報が気になるのもわかるわ。
Come on.
入場禁止だけはどうか。兄も話し相手が私だけじゃ退屈でしょ。寝てるだけなのになんでモテるのさ。
Oh, all you do is sleep.
Well, until maybe that secret invasion.
If we had the old Nutcracker Titan, this wouldn't have been a problem.
Well, I'm sure when Eren does his thing.
Well, Eren can do his hardening and.
But it was right there.
Yeah.
All he had to do, half a second, spinal fluid, and we're set. But
crunch, open.
Do you want? Well, that goes back to: do you want one person to have all the abilities, or do you want it spread out amongst people?
People did say in the comments that it's better to have the multiple Titans
than just one
with
guy.
Their individual powers, as opposed to just one super ultra mega. I have armor,
Mega
can create
Ultron
stuff.
Yeah.
It was interesting too. Some actually didn't consider to be all one, but
well,
and then if you give Eren a Voltron sword, then it's over.
He can make his own.
It's right. He can. Waiting for that.
I think the only Titan you couldn't really combine right now would be our cart Titan, or platypus Titan. Like kind of takes away from
the mobility,
the bipedal mobility that the rest of the Titans seem to have. Although Ymir's Titan kind of ran on all fours.
Yeah, sorta. Yeah.
It was Ymir's Titan, right? Yeah, yeah.
Like a little goblin or something.
Pretty scary though, climbing trees and whatnot.
Guides.
あの子に熱を上げるのもいいけど。これ読んで。兵団が権力に固執するあまり。
Oh boy, the headlines.
Papers too.
兵団への疑念が過熱している。兵団は民衆の満足いく回答を何も言ってくれないしね。
Uh-oh, we got some protests going on.
食い殺された国民の無念を晴らせるのはイエーガーだけだ。おいヒッチ、お前も手を貸せ。
よかった。無事に来れたんだね。ようやくもらった時間を無駄にできない。急ごう。
私はあの日、エレンに会いに行きました。このまま議論を先送りにし続けていけば手遅れになると。危機感を覚えていたのは、エレンも同じでした。
兵団を動かすように助言なさったか。
兵政権に葉っぱをかける必要があるとは申しました。
Well, Eren's on a time crunch.
具体性のある取り決めを交わすものじゃろう。
彼との面会を申し出ることすら叶わない立場でした。
ジークが望んだ通りの結果を得たわけじゃな。
エレン・イェーガーに私を知ってほしかっただけで。
Got his answer. I know he was diving deeper, but it's what she wanted.
エレンの持つ始祖はマーレを打ち砕く望みなのです。マーレに大損害を与えました。想像以上です。我々を長年苦しめてきたマーレに天罰を下したのです。
Divine retribution.
歴史が変わる瞬間に立ち会っているのです。世界は生まれ変わります。
エレンと密会した真の目的は好奇心であると。
私の行動はすべてヘルディアを思ってのことです。
エレンと交わした会話のすべてをお聞かせ願おう。うまい嘘のつき方を知っとるか。事実を混ぜて喋ることじゃ。
Sketchy. Oh, how to tell a good lie. You gotta mix a little bit of that truth in there.
この後に及んで我々を疑うなんて正直失望しましたよ。共に汗を流して培った。鉄道も貿易も俺たちはエルディアに尽くしたのに。
Blank man.
イエレナがエレンと密会したことを認めた？知りませんでしたよ。本当に。
イエレナがそんなことするわけない。イエレナについて知っていることは全て話すんだ。
我々義勇兵を組織したのはイエレナです。寝食を共にした友であっても。疑ったマーレ人は全て自己死として葬った。僕のためだと信じることで乗り切ったんです。
Got down and dirty.
そこまでマーレ人に容赦のなかったイエレナが。よし、私についてきてくれ。
判事は相変わらず飛び回っているらしいな。
確かめないといけないことがあると。
君たちとエレンを面会させることはできない。義勇兵とエレンの接触が明らかになったからだ。今回のマーレ強襲撃に及んだ。ジークに操られていると我々は見ている。くれぐれも内密に頼む。
No.
We're punishing Eren for keeping quiet, but you two need to keep quiet on this conversation.
エレンはどうなりますか？それは。
先ほど新兵に運ばせたのだ。
なおのこと僕たち二人がお役に立つのではないでしょうか。試して損はないはずです。
Zero harm.
事態はより慎重を期す。
And I get to both sides.
通り損はないはずなのにどうしてダメなの？考えられるとしたら平成権はすでにエレンを見限っているのかもしれない。
They're getting there.
They got what they needed out of them and out of here.
始祖の継承者選びも始まっている。兵団の方針をいち早く知る必要がある。何があっても私はエレンを。
Oh, holy shit. No way. Was that the body of
the premier?
Oh my god, we lost him.
アルミン、怪我は？
That's not what I was expecting to happen this episode. Immediately, I have like 100 questions.
いきなり相当の部屋が。
相当は？
Oh my god.
Where's the rest of them?
I was gonna say it looked like his.
俺たちの怒りが届いたんだ。今こそ戦う時だ。セールギア帝国でしょ。
Oh no.
ザックレー総統の私物である特注の椅子。
彼なら一日中私と一緒にいたし。
では他に考えられる勢力は？
新兵に運ばせたと総統は申しておりました。総統は新兵とだけ本部から立ち去る新兵を見ました。調査兵団です。
エレン・イェーガーが地下牢から脱走しました。兵を総動員して捜索するんだ。
Well, you didn't think he was just gonna stay there, did you?
一体何が起こっているの？
Yeah, we're wondering the same thing.
Just walking off into the sunset shirtless.
Oh my god, he assembled a little army.
He's got his team.
ここにいる者以外にも俺たちの味方は兵団内に潜んでいる。このエルディア帝国を救えるのはお前しかいない。
ミカサ、エレンなら分かってくれる。
Dude, he almost blew up Armin and Mikasa.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
He was willing to take that risk.
ジークの居場所を特定する。
エレンの脱獄と同時に離反をしたとみられる。奴らでは困るな。反兵団破壊工作組織。
Oh gosh. Jaegerist!
ジークとエレンの接触を果たすことが全てだろう。総統の殺害は彼らの強い意志を示している。今回直接の引き金となったのは我々に何の知らせもなく。
イエーガー派の多くは調査兵団からだぞ。どう責任を取るつもりだ？
ハンジ。
しかし今私が兵団を退くことより無責任なことはない。どれだけ潜んでいるかわからないだろう。
俺の目の前にいるかもしれない。
バカなことを言うな。
どうやって証明する？お前ら調査兵団を野放しにしておくわけにはいかない。
Wow.
ハンジ、ジークの交流場所を知る者は？
現地で監視に当たるリヴァイと30名の兵士。
ジークとの接触、そしてヒストリア女王。
我々を束ね統率することができるのは何か今後の展望はございますか？
Maybe that was his plan all along.
エレンに交際しよう。敵を抱えておいてはどうにもならぬ。多くの兵に兵団を見限る我々の敗因はこれに尽きる。
Oh shit, he wasn't joking. I thought he was kind of saying that sarcastically.
Yeah,
same.
ジークの居場所を教えることを条件に交渉を図る。地ならしの実験を見守り、これにエルディアの存続を委ねる。我々の親玉を殺された剣を数千の同志が殺し合わずに済むのなら。
Well, that's the thing. They're still going to be attacked by the outside world.
大変見苦しいものをお見せしましたの。
どの国も通った道です。
どうか事態の収拾まで港でお過ごしくだされ。
エルディア国の勝利を心より願っております。
As long as it makes us money.
We keep getting technology.
生まれ育ったこの島の行く末を見守りたいと思います。
あなた様のために。
地下資源がなくてもですか？この国の主導権を握るのが誰であろうと。
Calling her out.
Yeah. Pretty much.
エレンとジークに委ねることに問題はないとお考えですか？
それは良くない。ジークの思惑を明らかにしよう。もちろん私の早とちりならそれでいいんだけど、彼女が守ったマーレ人捕虜の労働環境が怪しい。レストランとか。
こんなとこ初めてだ。
Oh no.
Oh.
今日はうんと食うときなさいよ。
Oh boy.
What the hell is gonna happen?
のやつがそう少しだ。
Oh gosh.
It was Peak, right?
Yeah, that was the
Peak is her name?
Yep.
The platypus.
That's the wild card gonna throw everything off.
Dude.
Wow, it is just getting...
It is getting intense.
I like how...
And in a good way.
Yeah.
Everybody had all these crazy ideas of what they're going to do with Eren, what they're going to do about Zeke, and Pixis comes in there and is basically like, no, we don't stand a chance. They can basically do whatever they want. We have to go along with it until we figure out the final plan that they have, because they don't even know. We don't even know. I still don't think we can trust Zeke with everything that we've seen before. I don't trust where he's going. Eren's got a whole loyal crew of about 100 people that are loyal to him. Like I said, all the factions are splintering now, and they're all kind of having infighting within their groups. So, wow, this is going to be intense. I don't know if when push comes to shove, what Mikasa's going to do. She kind of got asked about it a little bit there. I'm kind of wondering that myself.
I liked her answer.
You know?
Because what do you think? And it's like...
Yeah. That's why I'm asking.
That's why I'm asking.
I don't know what to think, right? And now we've got, just that last bit with Gabby and Falco going to that restaurant. What's that going to set up? We saw... the platypus Titan there waiting, kind of blending in. It's going to be, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for like another huge loss of life here. I just don't know how this is going to play out. And I mean, Eren seems pretty hell bent on seeing things through. We know he's accepted a huge loss of life as just, that's what you got to do to make progress. And let's not forget this like huge thing going on in the background where the entire world force wants to attack the island, and that's going to happen whether or not they get all this stuff sorted out or not. That's coming. So wow, just another incredible episode that's really splintering our factions here.
What a shot that was. Diamond Dave was scrolling through again, and we saw it where Jaeger's got putting the jacket on, just yoked, just looking good.
What are you, a Jaegerist? You're all impressed here. A Jaegerist now.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I am right now. No, it's another great episode.
With my hands.
I don't even know what to do. No, another really good episode. Like, again, zero action, all information, but I'm all here for it. Though, well, we did see some action. We saw the premiere get taken out.
Out of nowhere.
Just, out of nowhere. And then at first, too, I thought the soldiers were in on it, that they were maybe like, they mentioned when they had their meeting that maybe there's one amongst us that would take us all out and themselves.
When they showed the explosion, I thought it was Eren busting out.
Oh, you thought it was Eren?
But then they showed it was confined.
Yeah, so like I thought it was, the soldiers going in and doing it themselves, and then we find out it was the chair. So like, and we're looking at the chair, I was looking at it too, even before they pointed out like, whoa, what's the chair? Because
is there a bell on it?
Because there was like two like spring things that were on the, like for the head and the thing, so I was wondering if that was like
restraints,
like a torture chair that could be for Eren, but at the same time you don't want to cause him pain because that would turn him into a Titan. So I don't know where you would go with that. So that's where I was really wondering what was going on with the chair, and then ultimately we found out. And then real quick with Connie asking Mikasa, like, whose side are you on? What would you do in the time? She's like, I almost got taken out in an explosion. What do you think? It's like, no, that's why. And then his classic line of, huh? Because Connie has the most, or lines in this entire series, and I love it. Connie's one of my favorite characters. But going back to that, like, no, we're asking you because we don't know. Because I honestly think, though, she will still do anything and everything for Eren. And I think that is never going to change short of Eren trying to take her out. Well, hell, Eren even tried to take her out when he didn't know what he was doing as a Titan.
Yep, she's
there. Still loyal to her best friend. So that's, I think, a very interesting storyline moving forward because, Armin is smart enough that he might, change, what side he's on. But Mikasa is going on raw emotion and how much love she has for Eren. So I think she'll stick by his side. And then also, too, he's right. Why should we attack right now? It's going to cause unwanted bloodshed.
Yeah, Pixis.
And then little do they know, on top of that, too, the whole world is coming for him in 6 months. And right now you have the other Titans living amongst you, as we saw Pike at the end there. So this is going to be wild, wacky stuff going forward.
Johnny
and I am here for it.
Wild, weird, wacky stuff.
Johnny over here.
Throwback there. I'm a little confused because they show the lines around Eren's eyes here, which, if I'm right, isn't that after he's recovering from coming out of Titan state, where they usually have the lines around the eyes?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the good news is he can control anything. Like, remember we saw him basically
with the
have
with
half
the
leg, and
right.
He can control anything.
So the explosion, I thought, was okay. You saw the explosion, but then we see Eren with the lines around his eyes, and then I'm like, okay, does that mean that he caused the explosion, turning into Titan form? And now he's just kind of getting back, because again, every time.
Well, but it was isolated to just the premier's room.
But that's what I'm saying, that we saw that later.
We'd have to go back.
Learn that it
he
was
might
the chair.
he might have kept those on since he's been in there. I'd have to go back and check.
Right, but I'm just a little confused. I mean, either way, Eren's hair looks fantastic. The answer talked about him being just shredded, which pretty cool.
Didn't that prison work?
He hasn't had a carb in a year.
I just want some answers. I've been saying this for 71 episodes. I want some answers. What's going on between Eren and Zeke? Mm-hmm. And I feel like this is really getting.
Well, you're getting close. I mean, right now they're basically on the same page.
Yeah, but I mean,
gathering.
Are they though? I mean, what? I mean, so many twists and turns.
Remember, they want the rumbling. So that's what I mean. Like right now, they're.
I just feel like at any point, Zeke could flip flop, and Eren,
and he will.
Yeah, and he will.
Well, which one will?
So
Zeke's gonna flip on us.
Come on, we're Team Eren. We gotta be.
Yeah. We got a lot of episodes left. I mean, we're not.
Well, and all sides need the rumbling to happen to protect the island, regardless of if you're with Zeke, or you're with the government, or you're with Eren, or you're with whoever. You still need the rumbling to protect us. I say our team on the island.
Yeah, I mean, so much has changed. It used to be that you felt as if the power of the big Titans could take out anything. Now with the advancement of the military weapons and stuff, that changes things. But you got 1 million plus Titans hiding in the walls. I mean, there's so much going on. Look, the government or the military not trusting Eren, or that's nothing new for us. I mean, we go all the way back.
They've been 50-50 on.
Yeah, I mean, we go all the way back
to Levi
had
to keep an eye
when he found out he could turn into a Titan. They had him in the middle of that courtroom and trying to decide what they were going to do with him. So that's kind of the ongoing story. The Jaegerists. I like that we got a term for the Jaegerists, the people willing to follow him. That's interesting. I tend to agree with the answer. I think Mikasa is going to be, Eren's ride or die no matter what. And I tend to think Armin will be the same. If I'm being perfectly honest, I'm a little, I don't want to say confused, but there's just so much going on right now. I think to try to keep tabs on, we still didn't get like perfectly clear answers as far as what happened when Eren went and, kind of, I guess, went undercover, as you could say, and was planning everything that happened there. I mean, there's so much story going on. I feel like these all need to be like the last 10 episodes. I feel like I need to sit back and do 3 or 4 different rewatches. But I haven't, in the interest of not getting any spoilers, I haven't watched any there's so many videos explaining, you can go on YouTube and this episode explained, but sometimes when they do that, they give spoilers for future stuff. So I've been trying to stay away from that, but definitely just a lot of information the last few episodes that I think is, they've done such an amazing job at when in the past when we've had these episodes that were just information, they've done a good job at like bringing it all together, and then you get your aha episode, like, yeah, okay. And that's kind of what I'm waiting for, is this tie it all together episode.
Yeah, this whole episode was very interesting because now we have these soldiers here with Eren, Eren the Jaegerist, basically saying we have more, and people who are still within the military who even did the bomb planning for Zachary, which is just insane, and Eren just seems to not give a shit. Then you have new premier, Prius.
The military leader, like Pixis or whatever.
Pixis. I'm probably still saying his name wrong, so apologies. But we thought he was joking, like, well, we should just surrender to Eren.
We all
I thought
got
he was
duped.
being sarcastic. We've seen him be sarcastic before,
but playing the long game.
But he was actually being real, and he even admitted from these Jaegerists saying we have more in the military. He even said straight up, there's probably some in here right now. So he is planning, like you said, when the long game here, we need to execute this rumbling, and then we are basically going to figure it out from there. I'm saying that very loosely. That aren't his
because nothing else matters if they don't get the rumbling and protect the island and save everyone.
That's what it seems to be.
You can't do anything from there anyways.
That's what it seems to be. And then at the end there, we had Platypus, Card Titan. I know.
Platypus is more fun to say.
It is fun for us to say. But she's sitting there waiting to basically do their surprise attack, because we left off the last episode with Reiner saying we need to do it now, not 6 months. So my assumption is that they're all there.
Yeah.
Because we only just saw a Card Titan right there. So Zachary kind of going, did not expect any of that. And I'm glad they had Connie being confused there, like you were kind of mentioning there. Because that only helps us, the audience. Of course, you already know. So I'll just say us, confirm that still nobody knows what's going on. Hanji is still playing kind of like a long ball too, but of course she has her reservations about everything, which is totally fair. This episode here again reconfirms that Eren is full heel for me, because why would he just be okay with taking on Zachary? Like, I understand why he's doing what he's doing, but now he's, again, full heel, folks.
Full heel. You think
my
he's full heel?
In my eyes right now.
I'm still Team Eren.
Well, and that's the thing. As the audience, the four of us, the show has been done in a way to make us conflicted. You know, when it started out, it was so easy. Okay, we root for these guys.
Yeah, we root for
these are
Eren
the
to
bad
take out the
guys.
Titans, because Titans are evil.
Yeah, and it was very easy. Now, as the story's gone on, the audience is conflicted as to, well, whose side are we on? I don't even think we know what the course of action should be for the protection of the island or, everyone else. How do we mitigate the loss of life? That's kind of what I'm looking at, is how do we make that happen? Whose idea is going to lead us to the least amount of life we can lose? Is it Eren and Zeke's? Is it the government's here with... Is it something Hanji's going to cook up? Who knows? Is it the outsiders if they come in all the nations and get the island under control, so to speak? Will that eventually long term lead to the least amount of life loss possible? I'm conflicted. I don't know. I don't know who's got the right answer.
Well, and in the whole thing with Mikasa here too, she's saying, yeah, we've been money hungry, blah blah blah. That's how we got painted, but we still want the best for you,
right? Because she's their royalty.
Yeah. So that whole thing is, we got another layer on top of the other layers. So you guys weren't kidding that there's so much happening. So now I understand why a lot of you, almost all of you, probably did 40 million rewatches, and caught up on everything too. Because man, this first time watching it, I feel like I'm in a tornado right now. Just trying to.
I do too.
Like what? Why? Huh?
Yeah.
I feel like Connie, huh?
Yeah.
Huh? Again, it's just so much is coming at you.
Yeah.
That.
I think that's the goal. I think they want us to be confused and not know who to root for.
That's a sign of a good show.
And I'm not complaining. By the way, I'm not trying to make that a complaint. So if it's coming off complaining, let me squash that. And it's not complaining. I probably should rephrase it then. But I'm enjoying it because it's making me constantly think.
They're definitely not spoon feeding us anything right now. Like, here's what's happening. They're just And this is probably, a big part of the writing is let people have these discussions as far as who they think is what. Like, heal Eren, where Answer and I are like, come on.
We love Eren.
He's the good guy. What?
Like watching the show.
You just don't understand,
I just
Diamond
don't
Dave.
understand
You
Eren.
don't understand.
Watching the show is like the meme of Charlie Day on Always Sunny in Philadelphia,
Yeah,
where he's
like all
pointing
the-
out all the things. He's
Yeah,
got all the
everything,
strings running like this, and you're trying to
Never
figure
saw
out what's
it.
going
And
on.
it goes back
Always
to
Sunny.
It's a meme.
And
You'd
you
see.
know, since talking about the writing, it goes back to what you said moons ago on One Reaction, where writers want the audience to be in this
Yeah, to have a
position. Because if
reaction.
they're not generally feeling something, even if it's a confused state, then it's probably not good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, solid. Man, just another great episode. So glad you guys are here with us, enjoying it with us as well. So for
No
Diamond
spoilers.
Dave, Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. I'm of course the answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.